Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. In today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, and of course a couple of interesting details about Kaspa and a couple of interesting tweets and altcoin charts too. So I'm pretty sure that you don't want to miss it out. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video isn't a financial advice. But alright, let's have a look at Kaspa itself. As we can see, Kaspa is currently trading at 15 cents of a dollar and is currently experiencing a little down of 0.3%. So market cap is currently sitting at 3.4 billion USD and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 93.5 million USD. So as we can see here on that 24-hourly time frame, that price action looks very boring with local dips to lower levels of 15 cents and almost 16 cents. I do believe that these are chances to accumulate over here on a daily before we are going to see major pump for Kaspa. If you are kind of new-ish, this is what Kaspa does. Plenty of people sold out at 5, 10 and 15 cents because things got boring. Just focus on other stuff. Your Kaspa will pump. Everyone knows it's undervalued. Whales are playing with you. Don't fall for their games. So this is, I believe, what's happening at the moment. As we can see, this is a retail shakeout. So basically people exit their Kaspa positions. So people, well, smart holders, smart money is going to accumulate Kaspa because they see value in it, and they basically are counting on the fact that retail is going to, and that retail is basically buying Dogecoin, Pepecoin and stuff like that. And of course, I'm not saying that meme coins are bad, but as I was saying in my previous updates, we have to understand what are meme coins and what is Kaspa, right? So I definitely do see a difference here, and I hope that many of you too. So let's have a look at these possible price prediction. Of course, these are 2024 12 cents obviously, but 2025 $10. Well, I do believe this is very bullish, perhaps even too bullish for this cycle, but heck, this is possible because lots of money is going to flow into the total market cap of alts this season. So I do believe that is definitely possible. And again, I'm not saying that Kaspa is going to be $10 for sure at this particular date, but it's definitely possible. 18,800 investors added Kaspa to their CoinMarketCap watchlist during last 25 days. So basically almost 19,000 people are interested into Kaspa in the recent month almost. And now one thing to note, that if you want to buy Kaspa, you don't really add it to your watchlist, right? You just go out there to any exchange that you are using, you purchase your token, and then you add it to your portfolio tracker on CoinGecko, MarketCap, or wherever else. So what does it mean? These people don't have an access to Kaspa yet, which means that these people are probably located in US and they have Coinbase, Binance, and obviously they haven't listed Kaspa yet, which means that once we are going to see those listings, we will see definitely a big push towards the upside if it comes to the price. All right, let's check the statistics for Kaspa. So a big thing, we have 80%, a little bit over 80% of Kaspa mined. So this is a very, very big deal. The next reduction is scheduled in 24 days. The current reward is currently sitting at 123 Kaspas. Next reward is going to be 117 Kaspas. So Hashrate is currently sitting at 183.9 as we speak. And if we are going to look at the Hashrate, first things first, if we are going to look at the zoomed out chart, we can see what is going on in Kaspa ever since August 28 last year. So that growth is exponential. But if we are going to zoom in, as we can see here in the last few days, what Kaspa's hash rate did. So let's click on 7th of March, it was basically 5 days ago. We can see that it was 161 terahash per second, and at the moment we are sitting at 175 terahash per second. But obviously that haven't been updated yet, I believe, because at the moment we are sitting at roughly 180. So nevertheless, this growth is exponential and the network looks stronger and stronger. And now the first thing that I would like to cover on the chart is that basically how many days we're consolidating after the major pump. So let me zoom in and let's examine the first pump. So the first pump basically was after the first pump, we're consolidating for 48 days. And after 48 days, we saw upward momentum for Kaspa. And now if we are going to look at the second one here, that's going to be 61 bars after pump over here in 2nd of April last year. So we've been waiting 2 months basically to see Kaspa moving towards the upside again. And if we are going to look at pump in 6th of August last year, we can see over here that it was almost 3 months that Kaspa was going sideways after that major pump. And the recent one was 78 days. So again, almost 3 months. So we are basically lucky over here. We could potentially consider ourselves lucky if this target is going to play out. We are going to wait only for 3 weeks, but we are going to see. And now let's have a look at what's going on the daily. Actually, maybe let me zoom out to the 4-hourly time frame first of all to see what is going on. So we are printing lower lows over here in that triangle model, and looks like Kaspa is looking strong because we have touched that resistance level over here that belongs to that descending trend line here, and we saw immediate pushback. That's something that I was expecting, and I have updated you about that 2 days ago, I believe. And now we could potentially dip again to 14 cents, right, to retest this as a support, then probably bounce back and go sideways inside of that triangle, and then we could potentially see that big breakout, right? And again, I'm not saying that it's necessarily going to happen, but I do personally anticipate that Kaspa is going to trade at around 25 cents of a dollar in the coming days. And if we are going to look at the daily again zoomed out, we can clearly see that we are retracing over here on RSI, and we are almost hitting these oversold territories. So that shakeout, that retail shakeout, isn't going to be lasting forever, I believe, and we are going to see a rebound towards the upside in the coming days. But of course, I'm going to update you on that too. And if you will be interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges on which anything might happen, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet. So Tangent Wallet basically is a much safer solution for you to store your Kaspa outside of exchanges. And what I do personally like about this the most is that the fact that once you are going to purchase your Kaspa on given exchange and then transfer it to Tangent Wallet, you can swap it for USDT. So there is no need to send it back to the exchange so you sell it with profits, right? You can just swap it in Tangent app. So I do believe that this is a better solution. If you're going to use my discount code, you can get 10% off. So the link is in the description down below. And very important thing, so as we can see here, USDT dominance recently broke through a trend line that had been intact for 6 years. MACD is showing very strong bearish momentum. When USDT dominance goes down, altcoins go up. So what does it mean? Basically, if USDT dominance is high up, it means that it's available to purchase, but now it looks like people are purchasing more and more, which means that USDT dominance is dropping significantly, which also means that these people, retail and institutions, are ready to purchase, to swap USDT for alts and other projects. And if we are going to look from the perspective of comparing BTC to alts, we can clearly see, obviously, that BTC already saw its all-time highs and also broke above. So we are in a new price discovery. But most importantly is that altcoins are following BTC. However, they are lagging behind BTC. So as we can see here, we still haven't reached this all-time high for altcoin market cap. So we are still early. Well, of course, we should be accumulating crypto a long time ago, but I'm not saying that it's necessarily very bad time to buy some crypto last minute on a sale before the bigger prices are going to kick in. We are clearly on an uptrend, and now, of course, we are going to have some consolidations here, right? As we can see, if we are going to look at that perspective, 4 trillion for altcoins, we could expect Kaspa being at definitely much higher prices than they are at now. And if we are going to look at that chart, they could potentially serve you as a guide. If you've been asking yourself questions, if you are late to Kaspa or early, this is your potential answer over here. Of course, don't treat it as a financial advice, but more of a guidance, right? So, of course, better times will be to purchase Kaspa over here. However, these are not necessarily bad times to accumulate some Kaspa before the proper peak kicks in. Once we broke out of that accumulation phase over here, we had a little bit of a pullback, aka reaccumulation, and then we had a true parabola that kicked in. And if we are going to look at 2024, 2025, we can see that exactly same thing is happening here. We broke above that Wyckoff accumulation, then we had a reaccumulation / pullback, and we are entering that parabola. But of course, we are going to have a little bit of resistance on the way. Nevertheless, we are entering that old season. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching that quick Kaspa update. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.